with another video. I say I'm back with another video. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Yes, I said subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. It's free. Do it for me. Promo alert, promo alert, promo alert. Today is your boy NBA King Game. Make sure you go follow him on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that like button, comment, and let him know I sent you. He just dropped a new banger called Belt the Ass. Hey, y'all get in the comments and let me know what you think about this video. The link will be down below.
It's the challenge. I push belt to ass like a parent when you made an F in class. That dumb shit that pull out the gun shit, and bitch, I stomp shit.
What up, gang? I'm back with another video. Let's get into it. Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon was arrested in a federal operation called Operation Drawdown. As of right now, the head honcho, Big U, is still on the run. Eugene Big U Henley is a well-known figure in the hip-hop world and has been called rap's godfather by Wiz Khalifa. Federal authorities are now accusing Henley of murdering a young rapper in Las Vegas, among a variety of crimes. Eugene Big U Henley, a Crip leader who helped launch Nipsey Hussle's career and was dubbed rap's godfather, has been accused of murder, kidnapping, robbery, extortion, and fraud. Federal authorities announced on Wednesday. As part of Henley's purported grip on Los Angeles, his alleged victims were required to check in with Henley before arriving in the city in order to obtain protection, according to the 107-page federal complaint unveiled Wednesday. Among those Henley allegedly extorted were professional athletes and musicians, the complaint said, whose business entrance was not always legit. Check out this press conference.
Morning, I'm Joe McNally, the acting United States Attorney here in Los Angeles. Today, we're here to announce federal criminal charges against Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U, who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang, the entertainment industry, and a youth charity to further his own criminal enterprise, an enterprise that engaged in murder, extortion, robbery, human trafficking, COVID fraud, and other felonies. Mr. Henley and several other individuals linked to him and his criminal enterprise were charged in a criminal complaint with federal racketeering conspiracy. Mr. Henley is a fugitive and he is currently wanted by federal law enforcement. Other individuals linked to his criminal enterprise were arrested today, approximately 10 defendants who are charged in various indictments. Again, Mr. Henley is a fugitive. 4 defendants are in state custody and will be transferred into federal custody, and we are still seeking Mr. Henley and another fugitive. The Department of Justice's top priority is eliminating violent crime caused by criminal street gangs and organized crime. These organizations cause a tremendous amount of harm in our communities. And today's arrests are part of our office's efforts, FBI, IRS, LAPD, the team you see up here, to make our community safer and rid our streets of these criminal street gangs, including ones operated by violent felons like Mr. Henley, who are posing as savvy businessmen and community leaders, but in the end are violent criminals. The affidavit filed with the criminal complaint alleges that Mr. Henley operated Big U Enterprises, a mafia-like organization that utilized Mr. Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Crips criminal street gang and other gangs here in Los Angeles to intimidate businesses and individuals in our communities. I want to stress that the allegations here in the complaint are allegations only, and the defendants are presumed innocent until proven otherwise. Let me talk a little bit about Mr. Henley and the street gang here. As I said, Mr. Henley is a widely known leader within the rolling 60s. He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since been a fixture on the internet, talk shows, and podcasts, all things that law enforcement have looked at closely as part of this investigation. He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, Developing Options, which purports to help at-youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high-crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement. Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs, marijuana dispensaries, and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans in the form of a business relief loan. On that application, Mr. Henley falsely stated that his music label, Unique Music, operated at a $200,000 profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible for such relief. Finally, Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity, Developing Options, which, as I said, purports to give South LA at-risk youth alternatives to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. Henley used this charity as a front. He used it to conceal his fraudulent activities, his criminal enterprises activities, and evade detection from law enforcement. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence. I want to thank our federal law enforcement partners, our state law enforcement partners who brought about the result here today. The Los Angeles Metropolitan Gang Task Force from the FBI. It's comprised of FBI agents, LAPD officers, IRS Criminal Investigation, the U.S. Department of Justice Inspector General's Office, Los Angeles Police Department, the North Las Vegas Police Department. This case is a great example of state and federal law enforcement working together to address harm from a criminal enterprise. I also want to thank our prosecutors, Assistant U.S. Attorneys Kevin Butler and Jenna McCabe, for their diligence and dogged determination in this case. With that, I'll turn it over to our next speaker, FBI Special Agent in Charge, Ted Dox.
Thank you, Joe. My name is Ted Dox, Special Agent in Charge of FBI Los Angeles' Criminal Division. These operations are truly a team effort, and I would like to recognize those partnerships. If not for their commitment, dedication, and follow-through, we would not be here today. First, I'd like to thank LAPD, IRS Criminal Investigations, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for working collaboratively for the past 4 years, in this case with FBI Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on violent gangs. I'd also like to thank the U.S. Marshal Service for their assistance today, and many departments in California, Arizona, Nevada, and the North Las Vegas Police Department. Now, this morning, hundreds of agents and officers, including multiple SWAT teams, executed multiple arrest warrants for many of the 19 defendants charged in this case. Search warrants were executed at 6 locations. Those searches continue to be underway. 4 of the 19 defendants were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours. And while we're still seeking the whereabouts of 5 individuals, 3 of whom we believe we will have in custody shortly, 2 defendants are considered fugitives. They are Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U, and Brian Mejia. We will provide their photographs to the media following this announcement. Anyone with information as to their whereabouts should not take action on their own, but contact the FBI. You can reach us by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI. During this investigation, we recovered 49 weapons, 5 pounds of methamphetamines, 10,000 fentanyl pills, and large amounts of cash. The Rolling 16 Crips have been around for decades, and by some estimates are among the largest gangs in the country, with factions in multiple states. Mr. Henley has been a known member of the Rolling 16 Crips since the 1980s, where he established his reputation and earned standing with fellow gang members. He has been able to use that standing to intimidate businesses and individuals and to commit various forms of violence, including the alleged murder outlined by the U.S. Attorney. He's also been able to influence others to give him money, only to defraud his victims, including defrauding the U.S., the government, the city of Los Angeles, and you, the taxpayer. Before I close, I'd like to ask that anyone who has information about the alleged criminal activity or feel that they have been victimized by any of the defendants, call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. We've targeted this gang in the past and will continue to target gangs who seed violence and fear in our communities. The FBI will never waver on our commitment to combat violent gangs and those individuals affiliated who prey on others. Today's arrests make neighborhoods across our city safer. Thank you. And with that, I'll turn it over to IRS SAC Tyler Hatcher.
Good morning. Again, I'm Tyler Hatcher. I'm the Special Agent in charge of IRS Criminal Investigation here in Los Angeles. Today's arrests are the result of outstanding investigative work by law enforcement partners from LAPD, U.S. Attorney's Office, the FBI, and my office, who's worked tirelessly to find the evidence necessary to charge those who are alleged to bring harm to our communities, as you've heard previously. The Rico charges against Mr. Henley and his associates reflect a pattern of crimes that runs a gambit from extortion to robbery to murder to tax fraud and to human trafficking, all under the umbrella of a well-organized criminal organization led by Mr. Henley. Additionally, Mr. Henley duped the County of Los Angeles by running a nonprofit named Developing Options, which was set up to pull youth out of the gang life and promote anti-gang solutions. Yet Mr. Henley continued to personally orchestrate violent gang activity that impact our communities. Donors trust that their donations will be used in a manner that's consistent with what the charity was set up to do and applied as intended. In this case, it was for the benefit of at-risk youth. Financial transactions leave a trail, and IRS Criminal Investigation Special Agents are the best at following that trail. The trails led to allegedly lead to Mr. Henley's personal bank account, and the money trail doesn't lie. Organized crime victimizes our Los Angeles communities far too frequently, but the arrests made today demonstrate our commitment to making Los Angeles safer for everyone impacted by these criminal enterprises. IRSCI is proud to partner with our federal and state and local law enforcement partners to make our communities safer and to protect from these violent acts. And on that, I'll turn it over to the Chief.
Thank you, and thank you all for being here today. I'll keep my comments brief. From day one, the Los Angeles Police Department's been proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with the FBI and our partners here today in this critical investigation. The invaluable expertise provided by Operation South Bureau FBI Task Force on the Rolling 60s Criminal Street Gang has played a pivotal role in securing these 19 federal indictments laid out this morning. It's a major step forward in our ongoing fight against gang violence and brings hope and relief to a community that for too long has endured far too much. Together we will continue to protect and serve, working tirelessly to ensure safety in all of our neighborhoods. I'll return the U.S. Attorney Joe McNally for any questions follow-up.
Following a years-long FBI investigation, federal authorities have accused Henley of kidnapping and fatally shooting a young rapper in the face and leaving his body in a Las Vegas desert over perceived disrespect, and directing the robbery of an unlicensed LA marijuana dispensary that had stopped making extortion payments. Henley also allegedly defrauded companies, donors, athletes, and celebrities, including professional basketball player Draymond Green and former NBA MVP Shaquille O'Neal, persuading them to donate to his charities and later allegedly transferring the money to his own personal bank account. Authorities have also accused Henley of fraudulently obtaining funding from the Gang Reduction and Youth Development Program overseen by the LA Mayor's office. Now, Big U is also accused of killing somebody named Rayshawn Williams, which was his artist. It says, 5 days before his killing in January 2021, Rayshawn Williams recorded a diss song. In his affidavit, Rosa said he believed Williams' diss song was about Henley, and whose independent record label, Unique Music, was representing the 21-year-old rapper. It's unclear whether Henley had heard the diss song prior to the killing, according to the complaint. In this diss song, Williams referred to Henley as the bro that makes some money, Rosa wrote. Williams rapped about he himself might get shot in the face for thinking shit funny. He mentioned a .38 revolver with no trace. Las Vegas police found Williams' body in a ditch near a landfill on January 25th. He'd been shot in the face with a revolver that left no shell casings. Hey, when I tell y'all the tone is a powerful thing, he made a diss track about Big U and said he might get shot in the face with a .38 revolver that left no trace, and then police find him shot in the face by a revolver that left no shell casings. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. But let me keep going. Williams is identified only by his initials in the complaint, but the Times was able to confirm his name through Las Vegas news reports and social media posts. Unique Music paid to fly Williams from California to Las Vegas in January 2021 and put him up in an Airbnb, according to the complaint. His family said Henley had coached the young rapper in football since he was young. Williams was supposed to spend a week at a recording studio and recorded a song a day, but he missed some days. When Williams didn't show up at the studio on January 23rd, investigators say Henley and Robinson drove from LA to Las Vegas to confront him. A friend of Williams, identified only as CA, recounted that Henley arrived at the Airbnb about 2 a.m. on January 24th. Henley asked why Williams hadn't shown up to the studio. CA told the authorities Williams claimed he didn't have a ride. I believe that RW wasting the time, thereby disparaging Henley's name and the Big U Enterprise reputation, and potentially flaunting that disrespect with the lyrics of his diss song led to a dispute, Rosa wrote. Henley arrived at the studio about 7 p.m. Williams arrived a couple of hours after and recorded until midnight. Witnesses told authorities about 12:30 a.m. Henley left the studio. The dark gray Lexus that he and Robinson had driven to the studio was no longer there. Shortly before 1 a.m., Rosa wrote, Henley's phone stopped reporting location data and didn't start again until 2:15 a.m. Surveillance footage at an Airbnb where Williams was staying captured a dark gray or silver sedan arriving about 1:13 a.m. According to the complaint, Williams got out of the passenger side of the car, went inside, and returned a few minutes later with his suitcase, despite the fact that the Airbnb was rented for another day and he was not set to leave on the flight until the following day. About 3 a.m., a witness said Henley returned to the studio alone. The witness said Henley appeared to be drenched in either sweat or water. Henley told the witnesses he was coming back from the gym, according to the complaint. Hours later, on January 25th, about 9 a.m., Williams' body was found in a ditch. He had died of multiple gunshot wounds. Authorities compared DNA collected from Williams' body to Henley's DNA profile. The results was inconclusive, but Henley could not be excluded as a suspect, according to the complaint. According to the complaint, following the homicide, Henley allegedly arranged for recording equipment from the studio to be removed and surveillance video to be destroyed. Rosa wrote that he believed the footage would have shown an altercation between him and Williams the night of the killing, and at minimum, Henley and RW leaving the studio together shortly before RW's murder. A month after Williams' death, the FBI LA Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gang launched an investigation into Big U Enterprise and its associates with the Rolling 60s. Let me tell you something. On Neighborhood Crib, anytime you get away with murder, or anytime police have you as a suspect of murder and they can't put nothing on you, or they ain't got nothing on you, they gonna do some digging. They gonna get in your business and they gonna try to find something on you. And another thing, anytime you a big bully to the community, to your gang, or to your ops, you either gonna get killed or they gonna put you in jail. Because eventually, they gonna get tired of you being that bully. And if they don't have the guts to take you out, they gonna make sure they lock you up by any means necessary. Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon is arrested and Big U is still on the run. This is crazy, gang. But y'all know I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications. It's free. Do it for me. Hey, do me a favor. Look down right there to the bottom left and hit that like button for me. Hit that like button right there. I appreciate it. Now continue watching. Promo alert if you need promo. DM me on Instagram at music101CEO. $30 for one promo video on my YouTube. $50 for 3 promo videos on my YouTube. $70 for 6 promo videos on my YouTube. And $130 for 12 promo videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure y'all tap in and get that promo if you want to win.